What's up guys, Sax from The Good Time Gaming, and today I'm bringing you another top 10 Payday 2 list. This one is my top 10 favorite music tracks in Payday 2. A few points though before I move into this list. First, I only consider tracks that are playable on every heist, so no Payday by Alesso or any of the separately released tracks like Changes in a Pickle. Also, due to Content ID by YouTube, I have excluded the Castle Vania tracks. These pop up on Content ID and it's too much of a hassle to try and get these things overturned because of the music corporations that manage these great artists' music. So Castle Vania is great and you should totally go and like him, but none of those tracks are going to be on this video. With that said, we're going to start with number 10 and work our way up to the number 1 track as I see it. You will probably disagree and that is a-okay. Oh, let's get started. In the number 10 spot, we have Hot Pursuit, available as part of the Hotline Miami Heist pack. This track is one of the older ones on this list. This one honestly doesn't really give me a Hotline Miami vibe, and I say that having played both games. This one to me is more of like a dab of Hotline Miami style, run through a blender and combined with some of the standard Payday 2 electric affair. A cool track, a fun track, and one that I heard many times while working towards my various difficulty masks in Payday 2. Number 9 is Sirens in the Distance. Have you ever liked something yet struggled to put into words exactly what it was that you liked about it? That's kind of how I feel about this track. Something about this track really evokes a sense of urgency in me, the knowledge that the cops are bearing down and about to wreck your shit. This track is a bit dated as well, but that doesn't make me like it any less. Number 8, Deathwish. Oh yes. Do you remember when the Deathwish difficulty trailer came out? I don't, because when it did, I wasn't playing the game. But when I came back, I was quite pleased with Deathwish and the challenge it brought. At this stage in the game, Deathwish is pretty much a joke. But at one time it was difficult and really challenged you and your crew to be on your toes. Health recovery, overpowered skills, overpowered guns, these things have all taken a lot of the difficulty out of the game and out of Deathwish. But this track gives you a feeling that some shit is about to go down, and you best have your magazines topped off and your health at max. Your finger on the trigger for when it does. Number 7 is Evil Eye, Wankers. The track that freed Hoxton. Rolling down the streets and protecting dear old Hawks while he is hiding in the back of the armored truck was good times. I remember the first few times I tried Hoxton Breakout in Deathwish thinking that, holy shit, this is impossible. Of course that wasn't true, but the whole time this track was playing in the background inspiring us all to mow down the enemy and save Hawks. Number 6 is Three-Way Deal 2016. This track is smooth like icing and very cool, like that 16-year-old popular kid at your school smoking cigarettes and drinking beer. Cooler than that guy really, for being honest. Released as part of the Wolf Pack, this track has a portion of it that really cemented as one of my favorites. Number 5 is Deathrow. I love this track. Released as part of the Prison Nightmare, this track sounds like something straight out of an action scene from a major Hollywood movie. In fact, this track pretty much goes with everything, just like Guile's theme. Don't believe me? Play it over some epic action scene and you'll find that it fits perfectly. Number 4 is Shadows and Trickery, a lovely track and one that sounds good too when you're also in stealth. Each track has a stealth version and a loud version. Most of us hear the loud version primarily, but considering this track originated out of Shadow Raid, I first loved the quiet version of this, and then the loud version. Number 3 is Drop Zone. If you've ever watched any of my videos or know me at all, you know that this is one of my favorite tracks in Payday 2. For a while, it was my favorite. The thumping beat, high energy, combined with the heist from which it originates, Birth of Sky, make this a phenomenal track. Number 2 is Bullet Rain, the newest track on this list and an instant favorite of mine. This one was released as part of the John Wick Heist pack. While both the heists were kind of this track is far from This track makes me want to drive really fast down the interstate and lead police on a high-speed chase. Or maybe I'll just stay home and talk about it on the internet. Yeah, I'll probably do that. A quick and honorable mention before we get to my number 1 track, to Donacdum. This is a fun track, but fun is all I can really say about it. It isn't really special to me in any way except as a novelty. And then one more track before I go on to my number 1 favorite, Infinite Ammo by the Castle Vania. So this one would totally be on here if not for Content ID, but because of Content ID, it does not make this list. So unfortunately, it's not on here. But if it was, it would probably be my number 2 favorite. It'd kind of move everything else just down 1. So now we have gone through 10 through 2, then we can now go on to my favorite track. And let me just tell you, I feel like since the beginning of the game, the music has only gotten better in quality. So my number 1 pick, from Lord Vikeland himself, Break the Rules. So, fun fact about this one. Did you guys know the guy singing this is none other than Simon Vikeland himself? Yes. This sexy man can make epic music tracks and sing like an angel. Who knew? Break the Rule has 2 versions. The one that plays in the game, which is the standard track without the vocals, and then sometimes has vocals like in certain parts of the heist. And then the one that actually has the full vocals, which played as part of the Scarface trailer. Both sound great and clearly pull inspiration from Paul Engerman's track Push It to the Limit. Coincidentally, this track comes out alongside the Scarface Mansion Heist, and Push It to the Limit was in the Scarface movie. I could listen to this track all day, and you should too. That is my top 10 music tracks in Payday 2. I'm sure that you guys probably have a very different list from what I do, so please feel free to leave a comment and let me know what your favorite tracks are if you agree with my list at all. I would love to see it. This has been a good time gaming. Please want to like, subscribe, and share if you like anything you saw today. And remember to always have a good time gaming.